Consultants podcast. I'm Crashdummy Corleone. This is my cohort. I don't know if that's a real word, but I use it anyways. Big D Falcone.
I'm confused what that means.
What a cohort. What? It's a cohort. Cohort. I heard it somewhere.
Yeah.
Some smart people said it.
Yeah. Anyway.
Anyway. So we are here today to talk about, as Big D Falcone likes to call, All In. Double or Nothing. And if you accidentally clicked on this and you don't know what AEW is, it's All Elite Wrestling. I don't know why you're listening to this if you don't know that much. But it is the new WCW, as we like to call it.
Let's not call it that. I gotta hate it then.
No, see, that's the problem, is that the WCW haters already hate AEW. And it's funny. And they really do. It's like everyone is taking it like it's the new WCW, even the WCW haters.
Well, they do have one of the greatest legends from WCW competing, so it's understandable.
The legendary. Are you talking about Sting?
No, not at all.
Are you talking about Goldberg?
No, he's WWF now. WWE.
All right, man. There's only one more legend of WCW you can be referring to, and that is DDP.
Incorrect.
All right, man. Wait. One more. Is it the five-time WCW champion?
It's the all-time. It's the greatest wrestler in WCW history. He's based off of Sub-Zero, Mortal Kombat.
Taka Michinoku.
Very close. Very close. They had a similar mask.
No, it was his mask.
His mask?
Yeah, look. If y'all haven't caught on yet, he's talking about Glacier. I'm 90% sure that when Glacier left WCW or quit, whatever happened, they gave Taka Michinoku Glacier's outfit.
But in WWF? That's not...
No, it was in WCW.
Really? I thought he wore the mask in WWF. I thought they always doing a parody of Glacier in WWF.
Oh, maybe not. Maybe I have to look it up. I always thought they gave him the stuff. Maybe that's where I'm mixing stuff up. Maybe it was WWF. We'll have to fact check that. Hey, what's Joe's guy's name?
Jamie.
We don't have a Jamie. Would have been way funnier if I remembered Jamie when I started trying to say it. Anyway.
Jamie from Rogan's podcast or Jamie the Kingslayer?
Well, we don't support incest on this show, so we're going to go with Jamie from the Joe Rogan podcast. So what's first? The Casino Battle Royale is first, I believe, and it's going to be their take on the Royal Rumble, essentially, because they hinted at, if they didn't come outright and say the winner will get a future title shot. I want to say they finally came out right and said that, but I don't want to lie to anybody. But
yeah, it's supposed to get you a shot at the future AEW championship, and the biggest difference between this and the WWE's Royal Rumble, it's only 21 competitors, hence Lucky 21 with being in Las Vegas. And it's going to start with not one, not two, but five. Five competitors.
Well, you skipped 3 and 4. That fucked me all up.
Yeah, no, you started doing the 3. I was like, I'm just going to 5. That was pointless.
It's going to be here all day.
And so it's basically going to be 5 competitors start the match, and every 2 to 3 minute intervals, 5 more competitors will be added to the match. So you get to 20, so 3 times for that to happen. 20 competitors, and then you get lucky 21.
So are they random? How are these competitors chosen?
I mean, the competitors are, not all of them are actually listed. Like, they have some, you're going to probably get some surprise guests. I'm sure they're going to draw numbers probably leading into the...
Would you think that maybe they will draw from a deck of cards?
It makes sense.
Yeah,
Although,
that's what's happening. If you watch the videos I sent you, you would have knew that already. I'm just being a dick.
well, they don't have all the competitors listed though yet. It still says
No,
some to
they
be
don't.
determined.
It's actually a joke. Again, if you watch the videos I send you, um, somebody pulled the number 21 card or whatever, and he was like, "Hey, no, like, not kidding. You gotta put that back because no one's gonna be happy if you walk out last." So I don't know if that guy's giving his card up or not. I don't really remember who it was, but it was funny because they were basically like, "No, wait, you can't be the last person to come out." So yeah, there's a few mystery people. I think that's just going to be for a good pop. I do think they announced your boy, your favorite WWE wrestler. I almost said WCW, WWE wrestler, Sean Spears. They announced him.
Legendary. Yeah, I just saw that a minute ago. Legendary Sean Spears.
Yeah, the former Perfect 10, Ty Dillinger.
Diamond Cutter.
No, that's not together, separate. It's and you know what card he drew? 10, Well, that time it was a diamond cutter. Drew the maybe DDP will show up. Maybe he'll get an ace of diamonds.
I really wonder if they're gonna bring like what legends, or if any, are gonna be like legit kept secret in the show. Like no one knows until the pay per view.
Like legend wise, I think we may get DDP again. Um, I think Jerry Lynn is working behind the scenes. I don't know how familiar you are with Jerry Lynn. But I mean,
where's he?
huh?
Oh, Jeff Jarrett.
He may be under some kind of weird WWE Legends contract. I don't know what he's doing. I hope he don't show up, but he might. You never know. He's cool with all them people. I'm thinking Magnus might show up, man. You do Magnus.
I'm going David Arquette to enter.
I have no clue what Magnus's real name is anymore. What's his
Yeah,
name?
he's from that TV show Revenge.
That's where. What was he even Magnus in the other thing, or we just started calling? Yeah, you started calling the other dude Magnus. So his name was Magnus, right?
Yeah, Magnus was CNN. I don't know what the guy in Revenge.
Okay, well, his name is Nick Aldis now. Nick Aldis. Sorry for the people listening that have to deal with shit that, like, as time goes on, you'll catch on to the ridiculousness of what we're saying. But some stuff is inside jokes. But since it's the first episode, no one else knows the inside jokes but us.
Yeah. So we're going to be reading off the list of the match card presented to us by Jack Crosby from CBS Sports. One of our
Jack Crosby. he wasn't in the pudding business, was he? Oh, that's
nice. He was in the roofie business.
And just like that, we were canceled by YouTube. Our first episode.
With the pudding pops.
Anyways, back to our list here.
All right, so you have the Casino Battle Royal, and the confirmed entrants are only got about 8 of them up here, plus the Perfect 10 douchebag you just named. You have your boy, your favorite, Sonny Kiss.
Mm-hmm.
Brandon Cutler, Kenda J. Cutler, Mr. Olympia.
Is Brandon Cutler, is that our dude that made the suits? Did you really like him? They gave you his whole backstory. His wife made the outfit. Is that the same guy?
Yeah, you are right.
They just offered him a full-time contract yesterday, too. That's pretty cool.
You have, actually, I got my new pick right here, Brian Pillman Jr.
I was going to ask you if you knew about Brian Pillman Jr.
Well, I know he's Brian Pillman's son. So.
No, but I mean, this is your first time hearing about him.
I remember reading. I knew he was wrestling. I remember I made a joke about the Hangman Page guy looking like Brian Pillman.
Yeah.
And then me and you talked about Brian Pillman Jr. that day.
Yeah.
So, Ace Romero, the most basic name of all time, Dustin Thomas.
Yeah, I don't know who Dustin Thomas is. I hope he's a good wrestler, though.
Joey Janela, I think that's your boy.
Oh, I hate that guy. I hate that guy altogether. Hate him.
Sunny days. Sunny days.
That's I forgot all about the wrestler. I started thinking of the Bret Hart promo, Shawn Michaels and Bret Hart promo.
Oh Lord. And MJF.
MJF, that's your boy.
Yeah.
He's kind of a douche, so he's going to be one of your favorites.
Then you got your Ty Dillon or whatever his name is, and
Sean Spears.
Yeah, Ty Dillinger.
That's all that's on that list?
I thought it was actually on the list. It's confirmed on this list.
I'm trying to remember off the top of my head. I think Jungle Boy is in it. Jungle Boy is the son of not Matt Damon. I always want to say Matt Damon. Luke Perry. Luke Perry. Not Matthew Perry. R.I.P. Luke Perry. From Riverdale. All right.
So
No, that's what he was really on.
He was in other stuff before Riverdale.
Not stuff I watched. I wasn't watching Beverly Hills 90210.
You would have definitely watched Beverly Hills 90210.
If I existed in that time. I mean, I probably existed, but I was probably like 2.
You did watch Vampire Diaries. So.
You're watching it right now. Don't bring that up on this podcast.
Yeah, but I'm also hating on it and not enjoying it. So
Yeah. No one came here to listen to my Vampire Diaries stories.
I'm gonna go with 2 picks here. I'm gonna go with the Legend Glacier because he never did anything in WCW worth the hell. So this is his moment to shine.
There may be mystery people appear though, so you may want to go with some crazy mystery guy.
I can't just pick mystery guest number 21.
I mean, you're guessing. No, I mean you're guessing 2 people, so one could be your actual guess and one can be your.
Well, no, I'm gonna go. Okay, if I'm going to actual guess, I'm gonna go Ryan Pillman Jr. and. Back. All right.
I don't know what happened. Ryan Pillman Jr. and who?
I probably should know more about this. No, his contract's not fully up. No, I don't think he's available yet.
Who's that?
I was going to go with Ambrose, but...
Ambrose is heavy rumored to show up somewhere on the card.
Okay, so he's not in the non-compete part of his clause, like out of contract.
They claim that people don't think so. They think he's able to go to work. He leaked a thing online that said, like it was a promo. It said he's back to his old name, John Moxley, and in the promo he was escaping from a cage. They had some dice graffitied on the wall, and it said the 25th, or it said 2 and a 5, and it was dice.
All right, well, then I'm going to take him to be Lucky 21 and appear.
All right, if you're going to go with him, I know that Jungle Boy is supposed to be in there, so I'm going to go with Jungle Boy. No. I'm going to take away Jungle Boy. No, I'm going to stick with Jungle Boy. And as my mystery guy, I'm going to go Jack Swagger, man. Jack Swagger.
Nah, he's too busy fighting a Bellator, man.
He is. I can't remember his real name. That's why I call him Jack Swagger. What's his real name?
Jack Hagar? Someone with an H.
Yeah, Jake
Hager. Jake Hager.
Okay, yeah. So I think Jake Hager might show up.
What if he did use his Jack Swagger?
I don't know if they can. Ryback might show up, man. Ryback. The legend of Ryback. Also, what's your dude? Wade Barrett.
I would like to see Wade Barrett. I really don't care about Ryback unless they're going to make him a tag team with Rhino. That'd be kind of cool.
What would you call him?
He can't use Ryback, can he? Can he use Rhino?
I think he can. For some reason, he got lucky. It's a name or something. Or he changed his real name to Ryback or something.
He went Warrior. Got it. Okay,
yeah.
Cool. Rest in peace, Warrior.
Should they be Rhino and Ryback, the Rhinestone Cowboys?
What was his real?
He did have that cowboy gimmick. Remember?
What was his name when he was with next, like in the?
Yeah, he was a cowboy. His name was Skip Sheffield.
Let's go back to that. That was great.
Yeah, No, it need to be Skip Rhino though. If you want to put him, I mean Skip Ryback. If you're gonna stick him in the Rhino gimmick.
What about? Do you think DDP would make an actual wrestling appearance? Like,
I don't know if there's going to be any surprise matches. So I do think that DDP could show up in the Battle Royal. If not, he could walk out with Cody. That's what he did at All In. Is he walked out with Cody?
Oh, that's really cool. Not really.
No, he did. They did it like a real fight kind of thing. He had the Nightmare family come out with him. They was wearing. You would have liked it, man. It was very like pro sport like. You know what I'm saying? It was like he had his team come out with him, the Nightmare family. So he had DDP out there. He had Glacier out there. He had a couple other people that just walked with him to the ring as his team. And they all wore like Nightmare family jumpsuits and whatnot. DDP hit a couple people with diamond cutters, I think. You know.
Did he not have his brother come out with him?
Do what?
His brother didn't come out with him?
No, his brother was under contract, which he's no longer under contract.
Yeah, I have another thing I would say, but I'm withholding from saying because it's kind of a dick move, so I'm not gonna say it.
Say what you want to say, man. You only live twice.
Did his dad come out with him?
Oh, yeah, that's a dick move. Never mind. Next time you say I'm not gonna say something, I'm not gonna let you say it. Yeah. David has a bad Big D Falcone has a bad problem with making dead wrestler jokes all the time. It's almost any time he'd be like, "Oh, so Macho Man's gonna come out," and I'm like, "Macho Man's dead." He knows. He just doesn't care. RP though, everyone.
Oh shit! I forgot about so Billy Gunn's gonna be in the actual Battle Royal.
I
Confirmed.
thought so, but then you didn't say him. Billy Gunn would have been.
What's another list now? So
okay.
Yeah, they added Mark Queen, Isaiah Cassidy, Luchasaurus.
Yeah, I saw that guy the other day. I think he's a white guy pretending to be a luchador, but he's a big guy with a mask. And Jungle Boy was sitting on his shoulders for no reason ever. Jungle Boy was just on his shoulders, just hanging out in the hallway.
He might be the Great Khali in a mask.
No, he wasn't that big, and Great Khali's not white. Oh, there's an alarm going off for no reason during this podcast. That's cool. Nothing. Just keep moving.
All right, so the next match is Kip Sabian versus, how to fucking pronounce this dude's name, Sammy Juventud Guerrero.
Sammy Guerrero.
Kip Sabian.
I think if I have to pick, I'm going to go with Sammy Guerrero. He has his own YouTube thing. That's his little stick, but it's not really that big or whatever. But I checked out his page. He vlogs all the time. That's his little gimmick. And I don't know much about Kip, but he hasn't got a whole lot of attention during the build-up for it. He still could win. That doesn't mean anything, but I'm going to have to go with the Guerrera.
I'm going to actually go opposite of you. Well, I'm going to do that a lot this podcast just to go the opposite. I'm going to go with Kip Sabian. One, it's easier to say. I like his look more. And
you like Nick Saban?
I have no problem with Nick Saban, dude. He went for more money and he won 17 championships. He did the right thing. Fuck all the haters. Hashtag Roll Tide.
Whoa. There went all our listeners in Louisiana.
Nah, dude, you got a lot of people that want to root for the Roll Tide just be dicks in Louisiana.
Yeah, well, just so everyone knows, that is why David just said that. Because he's a dick, not because if you see, I've never seen him wear Alabama stuff anywhere, but he has some LSU stuff in his collection.
Yeah, but it's just funny to piss people off at this point because people take it way too serious. Well, a few things should be taken serious in this world. Not sure what they are, but some things. Haven't figured them out yet.
I don't think anything should be taken serious amongst
Okay.
friends. Amongst friends, I don't think. And that's how I feel. That's what our name of our show, it wouldn't be as catchy, but it should be called Amongst Friends. Because I feel like the way we talk is just going to be us bullshitting. And sometimes stupid shit come out of our mouth that shouldn't come out of our mouth. But we're amongst friends, you know?
It's not good. It's a locker room talk.
No, Trump. No, Trump. We're not doing that. You ain't putting me in that basket.
Oh, shit. All right, so you also the next match will be they're doing a 6-man or 6-person tag. Why?
SCU.
Nope, not that one.
Oh, boo.
This is Aja Kong, Yuka Sakazi, Emi Sakura versus Akira Shida, Raiho, and Ryu Mizugami.
Well, off top, I want to go for Raiho. I don't think that's okay. I think you just butchered everyone's name in that whole match. But since I also don't know what their names are, then I'm not going to say anything. But I am going to be the nice guy, man. I'm going to let you pick this one first, since I picked the last one.
All right, I'm going to go with the side that's harder to say. With, I don't know which one that is now. Hold on.
One with Awesome Kong?
Yeah. Nah, I'm going to go Akira Shida, Raiho, and Ryu Mizugami.
So I got Awesome Kong.
Yeah, you got Awesome Kong, Yuka Saka's. You got the Yuka Sakizi and Emi Sakura.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna need you to remember who those people are, so I know if I won or lost. Don't lie to me though. I think after time comes, like we're joking, but I think after time, after we see these people wrestle, we'll know who they are. But you got to think, man, a lot of these people are independent wrestlers that really were pulled out of nowhere, and not that many people have seen them wrestle, much less know who they are. So if there are like some diehard fans that wind up listening to this podcast and you throw a little fit about it, I mean, hey, man, we're trying. You can't take it that serious. If you want to be an asshole, you don't have to listen to us. But we appreciate your listen. But what?
You can't get mad. They're amongst friends now. So
yeah, we're amongst friends. We're all friends here. You know, correct us in the comments. Just don't be a dick about it. And if you are a dick about it, oh well. We're not going to think about it either.
Blake will find time to argue with you later on.
I will find time to argue with you. Don't tell him that, because then everyone will just be trying to argue with me in the comments for no reason.
Oh, shit. And then so they're going back. If this card seating is right, they're going to go back-to-back women's matches. That's like they would have spread this out a little bit more. But
yeah, I don't think anybody knows for sure how it'll be put together. I think it's just what's announced, probably.
Yeah, and then so you have Kylie Ray versus Nyla Rose versus my girl, Dr. Britt Baker.
All right. Well, since you're probably going to take Britt, I'm going to take Kylie. I'm going to give you the edge, though. I think there's more hype around Britt. I mean, she's a doctor. So that means something in the wrestling business. But there's only one other dentist I know in the wrestling business, and he had a pretty good debut. So, Kane.
His first debut was.
I didn't watch him as the actual dentist.
I watched him. He fought Bret Hart in a steel cage match. He lost.
Oh yeah, you're just taking up for him because he fought Bret Hart.
His name was Isaac Yankum.
Isaac Yankum. I knew a dude from school. They called him Isaac Yankit. It's kind of the same thing.
I agree. Is he a pro wrestler now?
I don't know. Yeah, his name is no, I can't even do that.
So I'm gonna go Britt Baker because one, she's the most attractive, which she's more marketable. Two,
at least add that in the marketable based on attraction.
She's also the first female signing to AEW, so it makes her more important than everybody else.
That's semi-true. And that is why I believe you have the edge, because she was not because she's most attractive, but because they did sign her first. They made a big deal about it. Some people seem to know who she was. Um, but I'm gonna go with what's her name? Kylie Ray, right? Is that her name?
Yeah, you got Kylie Ray, and her best features are she's one of the purest wrestlers in the business.
You have a whole MMA breakdown over there.
She has an infectious smile to the adorable ring gear. That's
Yeah,
really
she's like a cute Bailey.
Yeah, well,
Like, like Bailey's supposed to be super huggable and cute, but I don't know. There's something off that I always thought like about Bailey, and so I like her. I like her. She's like a better version of Bailey. Let's put it that way.
and she has wrestled against the likes of Tess Blanchard, and yeah, she's gonna lose. Britt Baker's got this. Who's the third opponent? Nobody picked. We leave her out in the cold. Nyla Rose.
Nyla Rose, yes.
So anything from being a badass wrestler to an actress, she's also really paving the way for the LGBT plus community. So another marketable.
I think she's transgender.
That's what I'm gathering from. Yeah, I think she's paving the way for the thing.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Well, when you said that, that's why I was saying. I think she is. I don't think she's just a lesbian. I think she's transgender. So, I mean, why are you laughing? I mean, I feel like we should discuss these kind of things. This is a real podcast, all right, man? So,
Okay.
like, how do you now? We kind of discussed it on a throwaway podcast we never put up, I think. But how do you feel about the a transgender person wrestling? Because this isn't football or something like that. It's wrestling.
Exactly. I have no problem with it in this setting, in this sports entertainment, whatever you want to consider this, in the pro wrestling world. I have no issue with it.
Because it's essentially acting, right?
What acting we've seen? I mean, we've had intergender tag matches before. We've seen Sable wrestle Mark Marrow. We've seen China. I mean, there's been plenty of times where men have wrestled women.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, most of those have been like 15 to 20 years ago at least. But the only recent thing we got was the little thing at the Royal Rumble with whatchamacallit, Nia Jax. She got beat up by everyone.
Yeah, we also had. I mean, I guess they never made it where the guy could actually attack the women.
They kind of stopped doing that. Like the intergender matches, they almost always get out the ring.
Yeah,
but yeah, I'm the same way. I agree 100% with you. I think that
I have a much different opinion on the other side, like in a real boxing or MMA, but that's another topic, another subject.
Yeah, that's another podcast, another subject. But yeah, as far as wrestling goes, it is 100%. I mean, yeah, it's athletic, but I mean, it's scripted, man. We know what's happening. It's not physical. It's not someone trying to physically harm someone else. I mean, in that sense of the matter, you shouldn't be that excited about someone physically harming someone else anyway, regardless. But no, I'm the same way, man. We grew up watching those intergender matches. I don't necessarily care to see that many intergender matches anymore, but if you're it would look to me, if anything, it would be weirder to watch the transgender person fight a man. You get what I'm saying? Than to fight a woman.
Right. Yeah, I wonder what the community would prefer though. Like, would they rather hurt? You get what I'm saying? Like, I'm just wondering where like that stance would be. I have no idea.
To me, I think she has a say, in these people have a say regardless to what gender. They're having a say of what they're doing. So if they want to do it, if they want to if she chooses to wrestle women or she chooses to wrestle a man, like that's, to me, that should be fine. And that's what the community, I mean, I can't speak for the gay community, but I feel like that's what they should approve of. Like, she's the one choosing to do this. Now she's forced to do something. Like if she was forced to only wrestle women or forced to wrestle men because she was a transgender, then I could see that. To me, that's the worst, is if they forced her to wrestle men, because I'm not 100% sure, but I think when you're like, if you're transgender and you want to be a woman, you want to be classified as a woman, so you should wrestle women. So I think if anything, they should have a problem if they wrestled men, you know. But I'm not sure. That's some whole other politics. I just wanted to touch base on it a little bit because it was a little more info on the match and for people listening, and they'll probably get irate about it. So put your opinions in the comments.
So the next match we have on the card are Angelico and Jack Evans versus Best Friends.
I know who you got. You got the Best Friends, don't you?
Damn right, Chucky T and Beretta. I don't know really Best Friends.
Angelica and Tommy Pickles.
That's exactly what I was thinking of. I read that.
No, I'm going with them, man. They seem like pretty good wrestlers from my little bit of research. I don't know if you got a full MMA breakdown over there like you did a second ago, but they seem to be pretty good. The Best Friends actually were originally stuck in the Battle Royal, but then they kidnapped. They threatened to kidnap Matt Jackson's kids if they didn't give him a singles match, so or a tag match, whatever. It was part of being the elite that you don't watch.
I do watch it, man.
Did you see that episode?
I missed that one though.
Yeah, it was pretty hilarious though.
It came on the same night as Game of Thrones, so I was too busy.
Yeah, well, Game of Thrones is over, and no, it didn't.
That's your opinion. We don't know that for sure.
No, so. It's not my opinion on what day something comes out. That's not a thing.
Agree to disagree, dude. All right, you need to calm down there. I don't like the hostility.
These are lies from the devil. All right, so you got Best Friends. I got Angelica Houston and somebody else.
Jack Evans, Angelica, and Jack Evans.
Yeah, they sound like good people. I got them.
Yeah. Oh, Best of Friends. They got the great one of them. Could be the best tag team of all time, next to Chuck and Larry.
That's what they remind me of. Not Chuck and Larry, but Billy and Chuck.
But the good thing is, probably whoever wins this match, I'm sure will probably get the tag team title shot, probably for the next, either the TV or the next pay-per-view.
Yeah,
guess.
I don't want to see the Bucks in the tag team title picture at first. So I'm hoping whoever wins this wrestles at least two members of SoCal and since SCU. And because SCU has been with them forever, you know what I'm saying? Been on being the elite. So it'd be good to see them get a push. And so that's what I'm hoping, is they'll be the first tag team to fight for a number one contendership. Or for the title, however they do it. But yeah, I'm going for Angelica and Houston, whatever.
Here's a very simple name. Angelica and Jack Evans, all right?
Yeah.
Yes,
Angelica Evans and Jack Evans. I got you.
The way they have it listed, that's how it actually was listed, like Angelica and Evans.
Yeah, I don't even think they say Angelica. I think they emphasize the angel. Angelica. I don't know. I'm from Albany. I don't know what you people want from me.
Means they're stupid.
They're stupid. Who we got next?
All right, it's the people you were just talking about. SoCal Uncensored versus Sima, T-Hawk, and L. Lindemann.
Are they from the OWE? Is that what they're called? Or don't say.
So the AEW the legendary Sima at the Double or Nothing. It doesn't really say.
Okay, well they're working with, I think, OWE. I think it's a Chinese organization. I think it's gonna be a good match. I'm gonna go with OWE just to be different this time.
Well, you were just for the SoCal people. I mean, that was your people, so you can't do that. Oh, you
want the OWE? Well, you can have the OWE. I'll take SoCal. I was being nice.
I'm just saying, but you just said you think they're going to be in the tag team contention possibly after this. I want
them to be. I don't know.
I know them. I know the wrestlers in that one. So
That's why I figured you would rather them. So I was being nice.
What the other dude got? They got a guy named T-Hawk. So there is that.
Which one do you want, Falcone?
Give me the guy with Tonka in it. T-Hawk, Tomahawk.
All right, and I'll take SCU. SCU.
I mean, you got a bunch of old guys in there. You got that.
Yo, listen here. They're not old.
At a combined age of probably about 220. Yes.
Listen here. The only one that is old is Christopher Daniels.
I feel like Frank Kazarian's been in the.
I don't feel like he's old. He's like average age.
Just because Chris Daniels looks older doesn't mean he is older. He might be old.
Chris Daniels is like ancient.
All right, here's a match I'm actually most pumped up for because I think it's a way to capitalize on what WWE really messed up when they had their chance of doing it. Dustin Rhodes versus Cody Rhodes, also known to some people as Stardust versus Goldust.
Poor guys.
Or Dustin Runnels versus, well, he didn't have any other names. So the guy that teamed with Hardcore Holly back in the day.
7, man. 7. Or Dustin Reynolds.
I had Dustin Reynolds one. I didn't know 7.
Oh yeah, 7. He came out on WCW and he was wearing this stupid mask and all this stuff. And then
he did like the pipe bomb type thing.
Kind of, yeah. It's like Undertaker-ish, and then he threw it all off. It's like, I'm not wearing none of this crap. Whatever. His name was 7.
That's one of the best WCW moments of all time.
Nah. Whatever.
All right, so
what you thinking, man?
If I'm going with I'm actually a really big Cody Rhodes fan overall. I feel like even though he was with Knockoff Evolution, what were they called? Him,
Legacy.
Yeah, like I'm actually going to go Dustin Rhodes. I'm going to go with Dustin Rhodes. I think he's going to get the win. I think they're going to, because they know Cody Stocks, he's still half wrestler, half CEO / president / manager, whatever the hell his title actually is. I think it's going to be a good match. I'm hoping it doesn't. I hope it delivers. I hope for Dustin's sake and Cody's sake, all they're putting into the background for this, story-wise, I really hope it actually delivers for the crowd and it's not a case of Dustin being a little bit too over the hill to really compete and go to the way I hope he should be able to.
Yeah. As Dustin, man, I'm kind of on the fence, man. I mean, I think I want Dustin to win, honestly. I think Cody's going to win. But I want Dustin to win. But they build up a lot of hype about wins and losses mattering here. I don't see Dustin coming in as a full-time wrestler here. I feel like this might be a semi-one and done type of thing unless they're going to do a story and then end in a grudge match, But I'd like to see Dustin win. I see him giving the edge to Cody. There's no title on the line. He's not burying younger talent. He's pushing him a little bit. But, but now I would like to see Dustin because I would like that angle of not yet, like you ain't there yet. You're getting too big for your britches kind of thing. And then later on you could set it up for the rematch and then he beats him. You know what I'm saying? But at the end, it'd be more of a respect thing. You know what I'm saying? It's not like they're going to feud for a year. Just later on, he comes back and he's like, I want to fight you and beat him. I would like that. More of a respectful kind of thing than just fighting or whatever. I don't think that's what's going to happen. I think Cody's going to win. But as far as Dustin in the ring, man, that's where I'm kind of like, I don't know. Because 2-3 years ago, I don't know how long it's been now, but let's say the period where he became Stardust, Dustin was on point, man. Like, I would say, like, prime of his career as far as ability and how he was moving in the ring. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was having some real good matches. I think they even I don't remember who was world champion at the time, but I think he even had a match with whoever the world champion was at the time, and when they were doing that whole, firing both of them kind of thing or whatever. I don't remember what all was going on, but I just remember he was real slim down, and he was like he was flying around the ring, man. He was doing good, and so being that he's known about this for a little while, hopefully he's been getting into that kind of shape. You know what I'm saying? And if he can do that, I think they can have a good match out of it. I mean, it's not going to be like the most epic match of all time or anything, but I think they could have a good match. And I would, like I said, I would like to see it go to Dustin because of that respect thing. You can do another one later on, and it could even like force Cody as a deeper heel later on because you can have him just demolish him later on. But I'd like to see a good, decent long match with some good spots. And I don't know, man. Also, I think what I want to see from AEW as a whole is surprises. And I think that I think most people would expect Cody to win.
See, the reason why I don't think Cody is, I mean, I get it from the wins and losses mattering, younger talent, all that. But since Cody is kind of the boss in a lot of sense, in a way as well, I feel like because he's so anti Triple H, he doesn't want to have one of his first big moments. And him
I would agree completely if it wasn't his brother. Yeah. I mean, I still want it to be that way. I just don't know. Also, the other thing you got to factor in is, okay, he is one of the top guys as far as behind the scenes. So you also have the 4 executive vice presidents. You have him, you have Kenny Omega, and you have the Bucks. And not to jump too far ahead, we'll get to those when we get to those. But I don't know if any of those people are winning. So I think it's because of kind of the same reason you just said, because you don't want to let all the top 4 guys, say all the executive vice presidents all win their matches. But I would see is Cody as the one that wins, and the other 3 not.
I'm gonna go with, and I may be, like I said, you may be right. I'm gonna go with the Bucks getting the win.
Mm-hmm.
Omega and Rhodes, Cody Rhodes, both losing.
Technically, if you wouldn't have corrected yourself, I could have came back because I don't think Cody Rhodes is technically Cody Rhodes. I think he's just Cody.
Yeah. I don't know. Okay, I'll say this though: if Cody does win, I don't think he wins clean.
Yeah. Yeah. That would be cool. That would be cool to push him as a heel in the heel status. Till TV comes up, man, they've all been played very neutral. Cody's character on everything he always does is very heelish, but because he's doing so much like TV promotion and stuff, he hasn't been coming off very heelish. And they're setting him up for a Jericho feud, and I know Jericho is going to be the heel of that. So I don't know if they're ready to really force him as a heel.
Here's the thing, though. If Cody's not going to be heel, then he needs to go ahead and change the hair back to the brown.
I think he will be heel. I just think...
Is you got that blonde...
No, yeah, I just think in the immediate future, he's not going to be heel. I think that it's going to go... I don't know when he'll wrestle Jericho. I don't know if they'll wait till All In 2 to do that. But... I mean, most of their stuff, they don't have a lot of shows right now. So he could be face until then, and I think it'll be normal. I think once TV starts, once they start their TNT deal, Cody needs to be a heel, and would be better as a heel, and kind of have him. I think they should kind of have the Bucks trying to be the good authority members, Cody being the bad, and Kenny just kind of falling back, just trying to be a good wrestler. They did Cody versus Kenny before, so I don't necessarily need to see that again anytime soon. But yeah. But anyway, so the next match is So you got Dustin for that one. I'm gonna go with Cody. But the next match is which?
I was gonna have one more thing though.
Okay.
We're going to about the 4 people and all kind of. If you're ever gonna split the Bucks up, you could have Cody be heel, Kenny be good, and then the Bucks differ. You're gonna set up if they're ever gonna set up a split between them.
Yeah, and that could, but I'd like to see that few years down the line. I mean, yeah, people that know about them now know all about the Bucks and they're real brothers. But we've talked about it before. I think tag teams, before they ever have that terrible split, and again, they've been together for years. It's not exactly the same, but they haven't been together for years on AEW. You know what I'm saying? So I would like to see that split. If that ever happens, I'd like to see it way down the line. Any tag team splits, I wanna really feel like the weight of that. Like, talking about WCW, I don't know if you were watching, but I was watching when it happened. The Scott Steiner heel turn on his brother. Like, you felt that. For one, they had been a dominant tag team in WCW forever, but like it was so unexpected and out of nowhere. And he was over him because his brother would get on all fours, act like a dog, and he just came down and hit his brother in the back and started beating him. That was a great heel turn.
The first time Scott Hall and kept outside the split, the first time,
Yeah,
because they came in WCW together. But anyway, back to All In. I mean, Double or Nothing.
Hey, you're gonna have that sometimes. It's a wrestling podcast, man. At least we're not talking about Drake.
Next match is Alpha versus Omega 2.
I'm going Jericho, man.
See, that's how I was going to go with Jericho.
No, you go Jericho, too. I mean, we went opposite on almost every one, so it's not going to hurt you.
My thing is, they're building. They got a 5 out of 5 star review for their first match. It's going to be hard to pull it off again, but I think they can get pretty close to it. But Jericho lost that match. Yeah. So this is going to be a really good feud to build off of. It's probably 2 of the most popular guys in their overall or well-known guys in the company. So you can't have Jericho, in my opinion, go 0-2 and then try to build a third match because it just doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Right now.
Yeah, so, I think that's what should happen. Jericho should win, and he goes on with his little gimmick because his new gimmick now is basically saying he's the reason AEW exists. Basically, he's the reason that everybody wants to sign there. He's the reason that WWE's talent all want to come there. He's the reason that they're on TNT, like all of that stuff. And I think that's a cool gimmick to push a little further, And, he could definitely have Tuesday night as Jericho once the TV starts, and he can really own that because he's like, I'm the one who made y'all legit. I think that's a cool thing to push and keep with. And, down the road, let him fight again. Not anytime soon, but another year or so, let him have a third match, and then Kenny goes over. But yeah, I definitely got to stick with Jericho.
Yeah, and it may be a good thing they're not doing it, but all these matches besides the Battle Royal seem like I guess they're really implementing the old school just wrestling matches, wrestling type. I wonder when they're going to start implementing more hardcore or a street fight or a cage match, because I feel like Omega and Jericho in a ladder match for the third finale match down the line would be a pretty epic thing.
Oh yeah, no, that would be dope for their third fight. As far as I heard, nothing's any kind of nothing set up to be any kind of hardcore or whatever. I'm not sure of all the rules for all the matches. Huh?
Yeah, they're good for now. I'm just wondering how long before they start to incorporate those.
I think they'll very loosely use them, only as stipulations. So you're most likely to see that in either a tag team match down the road, say, a rematch with the Bucks and Lucha Bros, or like you said, another grudge match between them. Because, old school wrestling, that was used to raise the stakes of stuff. You know what I'm saying? So it was never like a first match, like, hey, we're just gonna have a ladder match, or we're even in WWE, like now it's like, oh, we have this whole pay-per-view for a Hell in the Cell, or we have whole pay-per-view for TLC. But before it was done for a reason. Like it was never like their first match ever. Let's have a TLC match. It was always like, all right, we've did everything we can. Let's put it all on the line in this cage match, or all on the line in this ladder match, or whatever. So I think that's how it'll be for a long time. The only way I see anything different is if they decide to do a hardcore title, which I would personally like, but just because of what I said, I don't. I think that a lot of old school mentality, having a hardcore title takes away from when you do decide to do it. Makes it less special to some people.
Um, well, dude, they got the hardcore title basically back on WWE now, man.
Oh man, I mean, we can talk about that for a second, I guess, but it's an ugly ass belt. It's I don't care
They
about
already
the
had.
name. I wouldn't care about the name as much if the belt looked better. But the name mixed
You
with
got
the horrible looking belt, and of course you're giving it to jobbers. If Dean Ambrose does not come back, I mean doesn't come to AEW, then I want Dean Ambrose to have that title and make it a more legit hardcore title. But yeah, I don't
yeah.
really know. So okay, let's go. Let's pick three people. I know you technically already
Still got one
pick.
more. Yeah, right.
Oh, you got one more match. Who we got?
The tag team championship.
Oh, okay. I thought we said that already because we already gave our answers basically.
Yeah, I just thought you'd be more want to talk. I think you're a big fan of the Young Bucks overall. I figured you want to talk about them more. But
Yeah, I'm a Bucks fan, man, but I'm also a Lucha Bro. I almost said Lucha Dragons. I apologize. Lucha Bros. I like both of them.
can't be fans of both. Yeah, pick one. This is wrestling, dude. You can only like one
Oh
side.
no, who I'm picking? I'm picking Lucha Dragons.
Yeah, I know, but even as a fan, you gotta hate one, love the other one. You can't
No,
like
that's
both.
that's not a real thing. That's not how life works.
It
Um,
is.
I, I'm picking the Lucha Bros. The tag team titles that are on the line. And I mean, this is behind the scenes logic. It's not, it's not wrestling fan logic. Because wrestling fan logic, it doesn't matter. But those titles are the AAA tag team titles, and Young Bucks don't really wrestle for AAA, so I don't see AAA just letting the Young Bucks hold their titles. So I think that was the deal. I think they won it at that AAA event, and they'll lose it now, lose their titles, and that's my way of thinking about it. And also sets them up for the same thing we said with the Jericho thing later down the line. If Lucha Bros are fully in AEW and the TV, things are normal, then they could come back and they can have that third. I think they've wrestled more than twice, but still, for the sake of argument, their third
So you're
time.
gonna get yeah. Who was gonna be our next thing you said? Our top three most likely surprise guests or
Yeah,
surprise
surprise guess, and but that'll count. That'll also count. Say, I don't remember who'd you pick for the battle royal.
Dean Ambrose if he's
Yeah, so
gonna
that
show
would
up.
count definitely as a surprise guest. So you would have two more.
Yeah. All right. So I got one. Who's your one?
I think I said. Did I say Jack Swag? Jake Haggard, whatever.
Hagar. Yeah, JJ
Yeah, so that'll be
Hagar.
our first two. So two more. It could be
Hmm.
anybody. It could be a legend. It could be somebody that you think's gonna show up. Or
Yeah. Hmm. Ziggler's didn't get released yet, did he? He's still WWE
Ziggler came back last night to WWE.
guy. Hmm.
He is supposedly wrestling like day to day, but I don't know if that's true, but that's what he claims. But he just started a feud with Kofi Kingston last night, so I don't think.
All right. So I will go. I feel like if CM Punk was actually going to do it, it would have already been released somewhere. I don't know, but to keep that hidden. I guess I'll go. I guess I'll throw DDP coming out with Cody again, maybe interfere in the match.
I was going to pick DDP. All right, man. I guess I'm going to take Punk then. I'm going to take that wild card of CM Punk.
I just feel like that'd be too hard to keep under wraps.
Oh,
I
it
get
probably
it.
is, but off the top, I have to think of a third one now, so I'll put CM Punk out there, so you have to think of your third one first.
My third. I know who I'd like to see come in and cause Dustin Ray. If you really want to count, I don't even know if he's still wrestling or what he's actually doing. But where the hell is DiBiase at? He retired.
Oh yeah, it's possible. Anything's possible. I don't know what he's doing with his life, but
That's what I'm saying.
it's not a bad guess.
I'm gonna go Mr. Kennedy.
Oh man, I love Mr. Kennedy. I hope it's him. I had who I was gonna go with, and then I forgot it completely.
Just for a pure wild card there.
Pure wild card, man. Enzo and Cass. I don't believe it, but I just went straight wild card.
I could see it. I think it's more likely than Mr. Kennedy or Mr. Anderson or whatever the hell his name is.
I had somebody else in my head, but I forgot who they were, so I went Enzo and Cass.
Yeah, I was hoping Bubba Ray Dudley, but I think he signed with Ring of Honor.
Ring of Honor. But I think he could show up in your in the Battle Royal. It just depends on what their relationships are with everybody. The All In thing, that had a lot of people, but everybody was in different organizations at that time because AEW didn't exist. So now they feel like it's a competition. Before, they didn't really feel like it was a competition.
But I wonder if we'll reconvene after the pay-per-view and see where our records stand on our picks.
Are we doing some kind of bet, man? We doing a bet?
What do you want to do?
You gotta eat a ghost
overall?
pepper?
Ghost pepper?
Oh, wait, no, I got this. Y'all got Buffalo Wild Wings?
Yeah, they have it here.
All right, small order of the Blazing. I never ate it. I don't know how. I know it's bad. I used to clean when I worked at Buffalo Wild Wings. I would clean the sauces and it would blow back in my face. It'd be so terrible.
Yeah, we'll do that. So we're doing on the just overall record then, right? Like whoever gets the most right.
Yeah, whoever gets the most right, and then the other ones are just bonus. The guesses are bonuses.
Okay. All right, I'll do that.
Do you want to do the guesses as tiebreakers only, or bonuses as it goes to our whole thing?
Whatever benefits me more at the end of
it. No, that's not a real thing. You have to pick now.
If we're tiebreakers, I'll win and stuff. Nah, let's just go with tiebreakers. There's a chance I go 0 for 3 on all my guesses. So.
I mean, me too. I mean, we only guessed one the same, I think.
Well, I'd probably give Enzo and Cass a higher rate than CM Punk.
Oh, you meant 0 for 3? Yeah, on your But CM Punk's pretty much not likely. Jack Swagger, I say, there's probably about the same chance as Enzo. I mean, not Enzo. Ambrose, John Moxley. That's how I should have tricked you. I should have said I was getting John Moxley, and then I would have won. No, I didn't want to guess the same as you, but he would have been on my list too, as Ambrose. Yeah. But I don't look for him to be in the Battle Royal as much as maybe like interfering in somebody else's match, but I don't know whose match or calling somebody else out or something.
Depends if you're going to make Cody a face, you can have him cause Cody the brother matchup.
Yeah. I don't know. Still, part of me thinks that Ambrose is a work, man, that he's coming back to WWE as John Moxley. He's going to beat up whoever has the 24/7 title when he comes along. And then throw it away, get a better looking belt, spray paint it or something.
He's going to beat up Titus O'Neil. No, that was his first champion. Then,
I'm not sure who the champion is. R-Truth had it.
Yeah, because Bobby Roode got it, then R-Truth got it. So,
yeah, but then last night on SmackDown, did R-Truth keep it? I don't know.
I don't watch that show.
I'd watch it if they did what they did before and kept it separate. I had a reason to watch it. But when most of your stuff is repeats from Raw and the pay-per-view, I don't need to watch it.
Yeah.
AJ Styles is on both shows. I'm going to watch AJ Styles on Raw. Ricochet's on both shows. I'm going to watch Ricochet on Raw.
Where's Rusev at?
He was on SmackDown, but I'm not sure after this weird shakeup thing.
I thought he did a rap battle with Mark Cuban. Did you see that?
No. I don't know what the show's called, but it was on that show.
Rusev and Lana versus
Yeah, I seen it. Funny.
You try to go start writing for those shows.
I think I could do better than most of them.
All right. Well, hey, we got our first episode down. We could probably do a little brief post, maybe Sunday, like a post.
Yeah, we can do a post one if you're gonna watch it live, and I'm gonna watch it live. We can.
Yeah, I'm watching, reading watching one of the two live.
Yeah, no, you're gonna watch it. I'm gonna call you so you can show me you're watching it.
It's $60, man.
Put it on your tax, man. Put it on your taxes. You can't have a podcast about a show you don't watch.
I can keep up. My problem is I got to order the UFC pay-per-view next week too. That's my issue.
You're not doing a UFC podcast, man.
Actually, I am doing a podcast next week.
Well, that guy can pay for it. He lives there. Yeah. And you can go to Buffalo Wild Wings.
True. What if they're going to show the Buffalo Wild Wings for AEW? Call them up and see.
Probably not. So we got a deal on the Blazing Wings. Is that what we're doing?
I will promise you I will. I don't know if I'm going to make it through the whole order, but yeah, I'm definitely going to try to eat them. Like, I mean, if I fucking start dying after one whole wing, then not.
No,
but yeah.
But, I mean, you got to at least get one wing for me to not to call you a bitch. But I don't know if I could get through more either, so I'm not going to go crazy. But we have to try to eat the whole order and at least get one wing down. So what's the deal with ranch and do you get ranch and do you get drink?
You're going to do one wing by itself. That's the only way to make it count.
All right.
Wing with nothing. And then if you're going to finish the order, ranch, whatever you want to use.
I feel like that's like, I'm going to eat one. I'm already getting out of this. You got to try.
No, if I'm going to handle them, I'll eat them. I don't mind. It's just I've never had the Blaze. I don't know how hot it's actually going to be. I'm down to try it.
I don't either. I'm scared right now just thinking about it.
I mean, I know that eventually the heat's going to have to subside. Or I'll die. One of the two.
Or I'll die. One or the other.
Yeah.
You know, you sign up to get punched in the face by dudes. I feel like eating wings isn't that bad.
Yeah, I don't get fucking flames on my tongue though when I get punched in the face. I've been getting punched in the face when I was 14 years old. I'm fine with that.
It's going to be hot already. I'm already worried. Hope I win.
You have a better idea than me. You probably got the wins on this overall.
Maybe, but wrestling's supposed to be unpredictable, man. This isn't WWE. And honestly, I went with unpredictable for, like, most people probably expecting Kenny to beat Jericho. Most people probably expecting the Bucks to win. So those aren't like, if I was trying to book a new company, it was the logic that you said, earlier about Cody losing. That's my same logic with the other two. And so I don't know, man. It can go either way. So I don't know. But we'll see. We'll see what happens.
What's our closeout going to be for the show?
I don't know, man. We haven't thought that far ahead. I don't even think we really had an introduction for this show.
Okay, thanks, bye.
Okay, thanks, bye. I can just stop recording right here, but it's going to say, stop recording.